Being able to deal with people's commanders is just as important as building your deck, because the thing that you're doing is exactly what they're trying to do. Play their commander, do whatever the deck does with the commander, or sometimes the commander is the whole thing. So how are we going to deal with those cards? These special cards that Magic has literally made to be broken in one way or another, or different and powerful in one way or another. Well, we have removal spells, but not just any removal spells. We have enchantment removal spells. These things are designed to keep them on the field, make them as useless as possible so that you don't have to deal with them and they don't just keep casting it over and over just because their deck is built to either ramp or just to abuse the whole commander system as a whole. So one of the most iconic cards that pretty much embodies this is Darksteel Mutation. So it turns it into a indestructible insect and it loses all abilities. The key word is lose all abilities. And in addition, we also get to make it lose the other types that it is. But losing all abilities is what we're focused on. We want them to be as useless as possible. And if the card isn't attacking, or if it has an effect that just makes it stand on the field, this gets rid of all of that. And on top of it, it's indestructible. So you cannot get rid of it super easy. You have to get rid of the enchantment or bounce the thing. So that's a lot more resources your opponent has to use just to get rid of their own creature, which helps you in the long run. Reprobation is another card that we definitely want to use if we're running white. It loses all of its abilities and becomes a 0/1. It doesn't make it indestructible, but I'm sure you wouldn't mind having a 0/1 swinging at you instead of some effect wielding creature with some crazy effect. I'm looking at you, Yeegis, okay? I freaking hate you, okay? I have a friend who mains Yeegis, and dear God, why is that a thing? Think about guard duty if you're in a more attack-based meta, or if you're more weak to attacks in general. Maybe you're not playing Pillow Fort, but you're playing a different strategy, and big creatures could be swinging at you, or bigger commanders could be swinging at you. Defender is a thing that will just stop them in their tracks. It makes attacking commanders less viable, so give it a shot. If you're running green, then definitely try to get your hands on Song of the Dryad. It will devastate things, man. What this enchantment does is it enchants permanent. It is a colorless forest land. It drops everything and makes it into a forest, which is awesome. And enchant permanent means you can get anything on the board. So definitely do this to any Eldrazi players because they will look at you funny. Now, Lignify, not only does it look satisfying to play, but it is very, very cheesy. Like, not many people think you're gonna turn their 5/5, 6/6, their Eldrazi into a 0/4 huggable tree folk with no effect. That is the most amazing thing you could possibly do to an opponent who's been thrashing you with one commander or thrashing you with a ridiculous creature with some crazy effect. I'm still hating on Idris. Oh my God. Deep freeze if you're in blue, baby. You got one of the most sickest ones. It turns it into a creature that cannot use any abilities. It can't attack. It's a 0/4 defender. Baby, that's some mean stuff right there. If you want some sick art, go to Frogify. Loses all abilities, becomes a 1/1 frog, and I guess you can take one for the end of time until you get your things a little situated better. But this is the most coolest art I've ever seen on one of these cards. I will definitely say use this card. It just came out and it is so powerful. For 3 mana, you can get Imprisoned in the Moon. This card was designed to get rid of big problems, hence that it has, I believe that's Emrakul being thrown away. Now, what makes this one extremely more spicy is it says the best word ever, Planeswalker. Get rid of Planeswalkers. So this one could even get rid of a Planeswalker that's their commander. It could get rid of the Planeswalker that is cause you the most harm. It can get rid of a land like a Maze of Ith, because we all hate Maze of Ith. Kindler's transformation is an honorable mention because it's like a Beast Within, except for it lets you draw a card, and it keeps their commander here so that it's useless on the battlefield and stuck in that body. So thank you guys so much for jamming out with me. I am Mono Black, and if you like my content and would love to support me, definitely hit the like button and consider subbing if you want to support the channel even further. Thanks so much. I'll check you guys later.